Good day, everyone. I am Liza Ricasiparilla, second year, taking up Bachelor in Science Education with specialization in physics. Today, I am going to make a video about the educational system and science education curriculum of the Timor-Leste country. Timor-Leste, or also known as East Timor, is a Southeast Asian nation occupying half the island of Timor. Is arranged by coral reefs teeming with marine life, landmarks in the capital, Dili. Speak the country's struggles for independence from Portugal in 1975 and Indonesia in 2002. Timor-Leste is a small state that finally achieved independence in 2002. It has had to rebuild an entire education system from a small base largely destroyed in the independence struggle. The educational system of Timor-Leste includes 6 years of primary education and 6 years of secondary education. The National University of East Timor, or also known as Universidade Nacional Timor-Leste, UNTL, opened for classes on 27 November 2000 and had about 5,000 students in attendance in 2003. There are 5 faculties at the university. First is agriculture, political science, economics, education and teacher training, and engineering. All new students follow a course including the human rights, ethics, philosophy of science, and Timor's history. In 2000, the language of instruction was Indonesian, but this has been a subject of debate. Many are encouraging a switch to national language of TIMOR as a primary language with Portuguese and English as secondary languages. The new Minister of Education will need to address the issue of continued repairs and rebuilding of schools, providing adequate training for teachers, and establishing a standardized curriculum relevant to East Timor students. The decision to phase out the use of Indonesian in favor of Portuguese is controversial. Although 4/5 of the population speaks Tatom, it is primarily an oral language. Around 43% of Timor-Leste people are fluent in Indonesian, and most teachers and students would prefer to continue to use it. There are few young people among the 5% of population able to speak Portuguese and hardly any Portuguese profession teachers. In the short period since the restoration of independence in 2002, Timor-Leste has made significant progress by completely rebuilding its education system. More and more children and young people are now going to school. Quality education for all is the key government priority, but aging facilities, reputation and dropout, language diversity, weakened child-friendly teaching methods, and limited facilities in rural areas hinder progress. Knowing the problem of education system in Timor-Leste, the UNICEF, or also known as United Nations International Children's Education Fund, supports the Minister of Education, Youth and Sports along with the partners to develop a key learning and teaching policies, a standards and monitoring system, and to strengthen the planning and delivery of quality education services in an equitable manner. To reach out children in remote areas, UNICEF supports the government of Timor-Leste to set up a sustainable model of community preschools as an alternative delivery mode for early learning programs. They are also helping model a school readiness program to help children in remote areas transition from home and preschool to first grade. Parenting education sessions organized for community preschools are being expanded to public preschools. To ensure children in remote areas have access to quality education, UNICEF has supported the Minister of Education to construct child-friendly school buildings with wash facilities. Major problem remains in Timor-Leste, has boosted school enrollments, but 1 in 5 school-aged children still does not attend school. 2/3 of adult women are illiterate and 60% of the population have never attended school. Trained teachers are in short supply. Moral teaching quality are low. Within 2 years of the crisis, the primary school enrollment rate had risen to 70%, significantly higher than the 50% of pre-conflict rate. The overarching vision of the government of Timor-Leste for the education sector is that all individuals have access to a quality education that will allow them to participate in economic, social, and political development progress. Timor-Leste has made significant progress in recent years, specifically in the number of schools and enrollment levels. Within 5 years, the net enrollment rate grew up from 67% to 83%, and gender disparity significantly decreases in basic education. When it comes to their science education curriculum, the UNESCO, or also known as United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization, in partnership with the government of Timor-Leste, implemented a 4-year project, Timor-Leste Quality Education, third cycle of mathematics and science curriculum, provision of national textbooks, student workbooks, teacher guidebooks, and teachers training for mathematics and science project contributing to the provision of quality mathematics and science education to junior high school students in the whole country. The NESP, or also known as the National Education Strategic Plan, from 2011 to 2003 aims to achieve universal completion of basic education, eliminate illiteracy, ensure gender parity through priority programs, strategies and activities in early child basic, secondary, higher, and recurrent education.